Taliban insurgents fight to gain territory. Lawyers fight to restore democracy. An American ally fights to stay in power. Next on Global Pulse.
Inaction at this moment is suicide for Pakistan.
Pakistan's state of emergency is being covered in the U.S. through an American lens, as this NBC News report illustrates.
The administration has so little leverage because for years it has compromised democratic principles in exchange for having what they hoped would be a critical ally. Now they have neither, not democracy nor an ally.
Other broadcasters looking at the U.S. angle include Qatar's Al Jazeera English and Britain's BBC.
President Bush indicated that the Pakistani leader was not about to become a pariah.
We want to continue working with him to fight these terrorists and extremists.
An accurate breakdown of American aid to Pakistan is hard to come by, but analysts in Washington say it's running at around $100 million a month. The overwhelming majority of that is military aid to fund Pakistan's role in the war on terrorism. But secret aid, funded from U.S. intelligence budgets, may total many billions of dollars more.
It's a relationship that is losing support, especially among top Democrats in the U.S. Congress, which controls America's public purse.
Look what's happened in Pakistan because we've placed all our emphasis on a person rather than on a country.
Beyond America's role, coverage of the suspension of Pakistan's constitution has emphasized Musharraf's struggle with the Chief Justice, whom he tried to fire last spring.
Musharraf has been fighting calls for him to step down after he ordered the suspension of the country's chief judge, Iftikhar Chowdhury, in March. Mr. Chowdhury has since been reinstated, but calls for General Musharraf's resignation continue.
Today, Chowdhury is again under house arrest, but still engaged in the struggle, as Iran's Al-Alam and India's South Asia Newsline report.
The Chief Justice of Pakistan had reportedly informed one of his friends on the telephone that the court's verdict was going to be against President Musharraf. The intelligence agencies had intercepted the call, in which he is said to have disclosed that 8 judges gave their opinion against Musharraf, while 3 others were in his favor.
In a phone call to the lawyers, Iftikhar Chowdhury, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court who is under house arrest, called for defiance and justice. The lawyers promised to maintain their protest until their demands are met.
Meanwhile, with its leader distracted, the military seems to be losing ground in its battle with militants.
They're followers of a radical cleric who's trying to enforce Taliban-style rule. But they may have been joined by hardcore militants with links to Al-Qaeda, spreading their control beyond bases near the Afghan border.
The picturesque Swat Valley in the northwest frontier province, once Pakistan's most popular tourist destination and close to the lawless tribal belt bordering Afghanistan, has been the scene of fierce fighting. Maulvi Fakir Muhammad, one of Pakistan's most wanted terrorists, expressed his solidarity at a gathering in the tribal region of Bajaur near Swat.
The last battle between Islam and the infidels is on. On the one side is Sheikh Osama. May Allah keep him safe. The brave man, the honorable man, has challenged all infidels, is standing up to the entire infidel world. God willing, we assure him and Mullah Omar and the Mujahideens all over the world that we stand solidly behind him.
Musharraf promises elections in February, but as he battles the establishment, a greater threat may have time to take root. Musharraf! This is John Hamilton for Global Pulse.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only US network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.